I suppose that you could say my last story time on here was about a story that is kind of life-changing, but I'm coming at you with another story that people close to me may know about, people I've played basketball with, people I talk to about basketball. They might know this story, but I know the vast majority of people in my life have no idea about this story. This story could have changed everything for my future. Here's where it starts. Freshman basketball season, Lamp High School. We have tryouts and make it onto the team. I start out on JV, and then about at the halfway mark of the season, actually literally the halfway mark of the season, it was Christmas break, so Coach moved me up to varsity as a freshman. What's funny about this is that I wasn't even a starter on JV. I was the sixth man. So I wasn't getting big time minutes on JV. I had a big role, but I wasn't even a starter. But nonetheless, Coach Townsend, the high school basketball coach, decides to move me up to varsity. And the funny thing about this is that my first few games on varsity, he threw me into the starting lineup. Something I have not mentioned about my high school basketball team when I was in 9th grade. We were very, very bad at basketball. We won one game the entire year. I don't even think I need to mention losses, because if you win one game as a team, that's terrible. So, we had a bad team. I wasn't very good back then. I was athletic, I could jump, get rebounds, hit my layups. I developed a pull-up mid-range shot, but not much outside of that. Took me a while to develop my three-point shot to where it is today. But anyways, we were bad to the point that I was starting at the 4 in 9th grade. Our starting center, his name is Pruitt, was a 9th grader. And our starting point guard, my friend Kyle, he was in 8th grade on varsity starting. Now, we all developed to become pretty good, but I tell you, this was not a good season, so of course, because we were very bad, you already know that people made fun of us as a team, so it wasn't any particular players, it was mostly the team being really bad. Not many people would show up to the game sometimes, and when people did, I mean, I guess they got happy if somebody scored or something, or if something cool happened, but here's what happened, basically. So, we were terrible, and there was a group of guys I would sit with in the morning before homeroom and talk about basketball, talk about sports, and out of all of them, I was the only one who played basketball, so I was that guy when they talked about the team, talked about how we're doing, talked about the school, you know. We would sit outside in the hallway in our old school building and talk about sports, and one day my friend Anton, he decided to write a song about the high school basketball team. And ironically, it was called Started from the Bottom, Now We Still Here. And you already know it was about the Lamp basketball team. In the song, Anton talked about many things. Of course, the team being garbage, and my name was in there a couple times. Other guys in our grade, their names were in the song. Other people on the team, their names were in the song. Now this guy Anton thought this song was really funny, so he took it to Coach Smith one day and was asked to perform it in front of the class. And as a joke, Anton wrote that the song was co-produced by Big Sean. And Coach Smith asked if Big Sean was this guy named Sean Schulte. He's this Asian dude in our class, goes to the University of Chicago. It had nothing to do with him, he had no idea. He didn't even know who Drake was. Anyways, eventually, this is a while after the song's written, I think, but it's still during my basketball season. One day for a German project, I have to bring a guitar to the room, and I had to play it because we were doing a song project, and for some weird reason, even though he didn't even take German, I think he took French or something, Anton walked into the classroom and said in his Anton voice, which all my friends know that I love to impersonate, "Hey Caleb, play my song on your guitar." So I'm like, okay, fine. So I play it. Since I'm a great guitar player in my own right, I started playing Started from the Bottom. and next to me, Anton starts reading off of his sheet music. Started from the bottom, now we're still here. Started from the bottom, now the whole team's still here. And my friend, her name's Fariha, she goes to UAB. She recorded it on Snapchat and put it on her story, because she thought it was super funny that this guy on the basketball team and his friend were making fun of the team. So this story rotated its way around the school. People thought it was funny that these two clowns were performing this song about the basketball team, and one of them was on the team. So this story eventually got its way to Coach Townsend. The song got its way to my coach. And to make matters worse, this was on a Friday. This was after we played versus Brew Tech, a game in which we lost, I think, 84 to 44 or something like that. We were down 40 at halftime. It was 50 to 10. Anyways, we have a practice on Sunday, 2 days after this game. And over this weekend is about the time where Coach figures out about the song. So he figures out about the song, and I wasn't in the varsity group chat, so I didn't know there was a practice. So I roll up on Monday at school, and we have a basketball game that day versus Park Crossing. Well, it's at Park Crossing. It was versus one of our rivals, Booker T. Washington Magnet. And the one senior on the team, his name's Paul Bryant McQueen, he comes up to me and says, "Hey, Caleb, Coach is really mad at you." What? He was like, "Yeah, he would not stop getting mad at practice." And I was like, "Practice yesterday? Oh God, I forgot about that." So Coach is pissed at me, and there's nothing really I can do except show up to the game and talk to him. I mean, so I go home, get ready for the game. We play at Park Crossing at like 6 o'clock, and I roll up at the game. Coach Townsend walks in. I walk up to him, try to talk to him. He says, "No can do. I'll talk to you about it later." I'm like, okay. And of course, I was a freshman. I was super nervous because I heard he was really mad at me. So in the locker room before the game, usually when our pregame speech is, this is when Coach decides to talk to me about what I did, and he called it like rude and dumb and stuff. And this is sad because it wasn't all my fault. It was really Anton, but I did perform the song, so I'm not going to say it wasn't my fault. And Coach was really mad at me because I was representing the team in a bad way, which I understand. Now, in the locker room before the game, Coach is talking about me, and his punishment is that I wasn't going to start, which was crazy because I didn't even think I was going to start anyway. Big deal. And after the game, he made me apologize to the team. And here's the big thing where the story becomes life-changing. In the locker room before the game, when he was talking about how mad he was at me, he told me that he was thinking about kicking me off the team for disrespecting him like that, and for disrespecting the team. He told me he was just so close to kicking me off the team, and the only reason he didn't was because I was young and developing. He said that young people make mistakes. Young people are silly, they do dumb things, which is super true. That was dumb of me to do that to the team, and I almost got kicked off the team because of that. I literally almost got kicked off the team for fooling around with a friend and singing the song. Now, if I get kicked off the team, my mom wouldn't let me transfer schools to play basketball. She wouldn't want me to go to a private school or something like that. She wouldn't want me to go to a public school like a JD or a Carver either, so I wouldn't have been able to play high school basketball. And because Coach kept me on the team, I was able to develop my jump shot, I was able to get better on defense, get more athletic, and I became a starter in my senior year, and we had a great team that year. We made it to the third round of the playoffs, and we won more games in my senior year than we won in my first 3 years playing combined. It was absolutely crazy, and I'm so happy I got to be a part of that. And now that I played high school basketball for 4 years, I have the incentive, and I'm coming home to play college basketball at Huntington College in Montgomery. So, really, if I get kicked off the team, I don't play high school basketball, which means I don't play college basketball, because I just wouldn't have played. I wouldn't have gotten to transfer somewhere and play. So, all because Coach gave me a chance and didn't kick me off the team, I had the chance to develop, and now I'm going to be playing college basketball, which I think is crazy. That's my story. But really quickly, let me take out this random who doesn't know how to build. I'm going to shoot him up really quick. And there's my win. I'm going to step in the name of love after I eat some popcorn. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for listening to my life-changing story. If it wasn't for that chance I got, I wouldn't be playing basketball next year. Thank y'all for watching. I love y'all, and I'll be back soon with another video. You know the rules. Peace.